Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have been analyzing Sri Puneeth Rajkumar's chart for quite some time now. The topics I have touched upon are: why was he into acting career, what made him a child prodigy, and why did he die such an untimely death. In today's video, I will be showing how to time events related to one's kith and kin using his or her chart. Now, where exactly is this kind of analysis required is, say suppose you want to time or predict some events related to your parents' chart, but you do not have their accurate birth details, then we can take up your chart and look at various possibilities that can happen in their lives. For today's session, I will be taking up 3 incidents: his father's abduction by Veerappan, his father's death, and his mother's death. For those of you who are not familiar with this first incident, let me pull up the wiki page. Kannada film actor Rajkumar was abducted by Veerappan on July 30, 2000 during the course of an armed attack on a farmhouse belonging to the actor in Gajanur, India. Okay, now let us go to the chart itself. The birth data I have for Puneeth is March 19, 1975, 6:07 p.m. male, Chennai. He is Virgo rising with moon in Taurus. To see parents, we see 4th house for mother and 9th house for father in the Rashi chart, and the divisional chart of concern is the Dwadasamsa or the D12 chart. Events related to parents can be seen more clearly using the Dwadasamsa chart. Now, Dwadasamsa D12, the seed for this particular divisional chart is the 12th house and 12th lord in the Rashi chart. The dasha that I'll be using for this session is Narayana Dasa. Of course, we can use other dashas, other nakshatra dashas like Vimshottari Dasha, but I will be taking up Narayana Dasa for this particular session. For D12, Narayana Dasha is calculated in a slightly different way. Now first let me show how to get Narayana Dasha in the software. Go to Rashi Dashas tab here and then right click, go to Narayana Dasha, Rashi and Vargas. And here by default it shows you D1 Narayana Dasha. In options this can be changed to whichever divisional chart we want, and for this session I'll be doing D12 Narayana Dasha, Dwadasamsa Narayana Dasha. Now this set of Narayana Dasha, this set of Mahadashas gives indications about the kind of relationship the native has with his parents. But if we have to time events in relationship to the father or mother, then the Mahadashas have to be calculated in a slightly different manner, and the software does not do it for you. It does help you to some extent. Now let me show you how to get that. In Dwadasamsa, Cancer is the rising sign and 9th house is Pisces. So father is seen from Pisces. If we have to time events related to father, then we go to options here and start the dasha from either Pisces or Virgo, depending on whichever is stronger. And the software helps us to do that. Stronger of Virgo and Pisces is Virgo. So here start dashas from Virgo. He was kidnapped in the year 2000 when he was running Gemini Mahadasha. Now, Gemini is the 4th house from Pisces. 4th house can mean education, heart, comfort or sukha, place of residence, vehicles, and many other things. Out of these, we can certainly rule out education because he was an aged man, and the remaining significations are quite possible. So any or many among these can get activated during Gemini Mahadasha period 1991 to 2003. Now let us look at the planets in 4th house. We have Venus, Mercury and Rahu, and we have Sun and Ketu aspecting the 4th house through Grahadrishti, and Moon, Sun, Ketu aspecting the 4th house using Rashi Drishti. So we have total of 6 planets influencing this house. If we have to break this period 1991 to 2003, we use the 3-part rule analysis of Narayana Dasha. For those of you who are not familiar with 3-part rule, please go back to my previous videos. I have explained this in a very detailed manner as to how to break the Antardashas within the given Mahadasha into 3 parts and allocate the planetary results to these 3 parts. Gemini is a Shirshodaya Rashi. So the sign gives its results in the first 1/3. The Lord Mercury is again in Gemini itself, which is a Shirshodaya Rashi. Mercury gives its results in the second 1/3, and the last 1/3 is taken up by the 6 planets which are influencing this sign either through association or aspect, sign aspect, not the graha aspect, it is the sign aspect. Since he got abducted in the year 2000, let us concentrate on this last 1/3. This is a set of 48 months, and dividing 48 months among these 6 planets, each planet gets about 6 months period. So it doesn't mean that these planets give the result only during the period that is allocated to them, but it means that their results are more pronounced during the period that is allocated to them. What is the order of planets? The order of planets depends on the longitudes, the degree of advancement in their own signs. Looking at the longitudes in all divisional longitudes here, and in the Dwadasamsa divisional chart, the first planet that gives its result is Venus, followed by Mercury, and then Sun, Rahu, Ketu, and Moon. Let me pull up the notes for you. This is the order, and I have divided the whole 48 months into a period of 8 months each, and Venus gives its result from March 99 to November 99, followed by Mercury, Sun, Rahu, Ketu, and Moon. And he got abducted during this period when Mercury's result was more pronounced. Mercury is the 4th lord, strongly posited in 4th house, but very badly afflicted by 3rd and 8th lord Venus and the 12th lord Rahu. Now, what is one of the indication from this is that Venus is a functional malefic for Pisces Lagna, 3rd and 8th house. It could mean something unexpected, something anxious, something sudden could happen. And since 3rd house is the 12th from the 4th house, it could mean displacement from one's residence. And since the 12th lord from Lagna is also involved, it could mean displacement from one's residence, sudden, all of a sudden, either due to imprisonment or due to hospitalization. This is one of the many possibilities that is indicated during this period. Since Rahu is involved here, what is Rahu? Rahu is a mystical shadow planet, and he could mean out of the box thinker, expansionist, thugs, cheating. All these are the indications of Rahu. So looking at the various planetary influences, we can say that this period of 8 months could have been a very bad period. Overall, this period from March 99 to 2003 itself is a very bad period because there are so many planets influencing this 4th house, and the lordships are very bad. Sun is the 6th lord, Rahu is the 12th lord, Venus is the 3rd and the 8th lord, all from Pisces, and this 410 is in the axis of the nodes. So we can say overall that we could have, if the native had consulted an astrologer, he could have cautioned that this period is going to be bad. Of course, predicting abduction is not an easy thing to do, but yes, something very unexpected and a possible displacement from home is likely to happen. Now let us look up the second incident, which is his father's death in the year 2006. Now going back to Dasha's tab, he died during Libra Mahadasha. From Pisces, it is the 8th house. Again, this is a bad house Dasha that was running 2003 to 2011, a period that a native has to be very careful about regarding his health and many other things, because it is 8th house is for longevity. So 2003 to 2011 is a fairly bad period. Of course, 8th house is not only for death, 8th house is for occult learning too. There are many good significations about 8th house, but given his age, we always have to look at Desha, Patra and Kala. Looking at his age, we can expect something sudden to health could happen during this period. Now let us break down the Antardashas again using 3-part rule. Libra is a Shodaya Rashi, so the sign gives its result in the first 1/3. Venus gives its result in the second 1/3, and the planets associating with this sign give their result in the third 1/3. He died during 2006, so Venus was predominantly giving its result. And breaking this 4 Antardashas further, Venus is a benefic planet. So in the first Antardasha, Venus gives its result depending on the house it occupies. Next, in the next Antardasha, Venus gives the results of the house it owns. In the third Antardasha, Venus gives the results of the yogas it is involved in. And in the fourth Antardasha, Venus gives the results of the state in which it is. He died in April 2006, so he died in this particular first sub-segment of the second 1/3 portion, when Venus was predominantly giving the results of the house it occupies. Venus occupies the 4th house. He is afflicting the 4th lord and the 4th house by being the 3rd and the 8th lord from Pisces. As I already listed the significations of 4th house. 4th house and 4th lord is for heart, and Venus is afflicting the 4th lord, which signifies heart, and Sun, who is the 6th lord, 6th lord of diseases, is aspecting this 4th house. So he succumbed to heart attack during that period and succumbed to death. That is because Venus is the 8th lord from Pisces. Again, predicting to such a minute detail is not possible, but what we can definitely say is so and so period is going to be bad for you. Take care, take caution. Let us go to the last incident, which is Srimati Parvatamma Rajkumar's death on May 31st, 2017. 4th house is seen for mother in the Dwadasamsa chart. Now let us change the Mahadashas. The Dasha either starts from Libra or Aries, depending on whichever is stronger. In his case, Aries is stronger. The software does it for us. So all we have to do is start Dashas from Aries. She died in 2017. 2017 she was running Libra Mahadasha. Libra is the Dasha of the Lagna. So Lagna house Dasha, what does it indicate? A new beginning, because Lagna is the self. Lagna indicates wherever Lagna Lord is, it indicates new beginning, or it could also indicate something related to health could happen. Now, given that she was an aged lady too, we could expect something bad could happen to her health during this period. Let us look into the Antardashas more closely using 3-part rule. We have already seen this Libra Mahadasha. Libra is a Shirshodaya Rashi. So the sign gives its result in the first 1/3. Venus gives its results in the second 1/3. And the third 1/3 is taken up by the planets who associate with this sign. If you right click here and then highlight Rashis aspected by this Rashi, we see that Mars is the only planet aspecting Libra through sign aspect. So in the last 1/3, which commenced from July 2015 to March 2018, Mars gave its results predominantly. Mars is the malefic planet. Again, we can further divide Mars's results within this 1/3. Mars is a malefic planet. So in the first Antardasha, Mars gives the results of the state in which it is. In the second subsegment, Mars gives its results relating to the yogas it is involved in, either good yogas or bad yogas. In her particular case, Mars is involved in Guru Mangala Yoga. So this period was also a fairly good period. And in the third subsegment, Mars gives the results of the houses to which it is a lord to. Mars owns the 2nd and the 7th house from Libra Lagna. So it is a prime Maraka, and that is when she died, because if you look up, she died on May 31st, 2017, and that falls in this particular Antardasha when Mars was giving the results of the houses which he owns, which is the 2nd and the 7th, both being Maraka houses for Libra Lagna, which is why she succumbed to death during that period. So yeah, this brings us to the end of this session. I hope I have demonstrated how to time events relating to one's kith and kin using his or her chart. I hope you find this video useful. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Please drop them in the comment box. Hope to see you all in the next video. Goodbye until then.